Hello, I'll be demonstrating my 1 yard no waste tote bag pattern, and I'm going to demonstrate the section that people are having difficulty understanding. So we're working with 1 yard of fabric, so you're 36 inches by 45 inches wide. First you want to press on your interfacing, the fusible interfacing, so it stiffens the tote bag enough that it'll hold its shape, but it won't be too stiff for sewing. You want to line up your selvage edge and bring them together. So now you're looking at the fabric. This is 45 inches wide. So lay it down. We're going to cut off 8 inches from the selvage. So lay it down. So the 8 inches will be, you'll have your handles, you'll be able to get your zippered pouches, and you'll be able to get a key fob out of this 8 inches that you cut off the fabric. So cut off your 8 inches and set that aside for later. Now you're working with a 36-inch square. This is the section where people are having a little bit of problem understanding. And it's the section on instructions, the page 1. And it's the folding over and folding up to create your pockets. And because you're working with the square, it really doesn't matter which way you fold it. So if your fabric looks better folded a certain way, this is the time to lay it out and see how it's going to fold and how it's going to look. So once you realize where you're going to fold it, you're going to fold it on interfacing to interfacing. And the small section that you fold up will create your pockets. So what you want to do is you want to play around and see how that's going to look. So this fabric actually looks good folded this way. So taking that into consideration, realize that you're going to have to finish this edge because it's a raw edge. That's the top of your pocket. This edge you will not see. It will be underneath your fabric, but it still will fray, so finish it in some manner, either by serging or turning it over and stitching. So as the instructions call for, you want to fold down your top piece about 12 inches. It's nice to have a mat where you can follow along. So you fold your top piece down, so interfacing to interfacing, and your bottom piece up. Approximately, you can go, depending on, the pattern says about 8 inches, but you can go 8 or 9 depending on how deep you want your pockets. So line that up. So this is creating pockets here, and this is what you'll have. That's the section there. And you can decide whether you want your pockets on the outside or inside of the bag at the next step. But what you'll want is you can sew your pockets, which I fold and press in half, so I have that middle point, and then I divide your next sections and into thirds so that you'll end up with 6 pockets. And after you sew vertically to create your pockets, then you will press under one side and tuck this raw edge in, and this creates kind of like a tube. So you'll have a tube, which is this part of the bag. And that's so you don't have any raw edges at all. And the bottom of your bag, when you sew across the bottom, will be, the pockets are at the bottom, so that's the bottom that you will seam. So you basically are creating your tote bag. Turn it right side out, and this is what you'll have. Your tote. So let me bring this you can, so once you've sewn that bottom of the tote, across the bottom, you'll also do your little triangular pieces here, and you go in 2 inches from the point and sew directly across. That creates your square bottom. And you bring it inside, the right side out. And you've created your tote, and now you can see your pockets, and then your instructions for your handles are pretty simple. And once you finish those, cut those in half and attach them as instructed by the pattern. Also, there are instructions for your key fob and your zippered pouches. Hope you enjoy it.